Hello humans, it's me again, and welcome to part 3 of The Legend of Zelda Vaati's Return. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I suggest you go and see those parts, because this is part 3, as I said. So you need the first parts to understand this part, even though it's not going to make much sense anyways. You still should go and watch those. Okay, let's begin. Masaru finds a little place not too far away from the 2 shops run by the shopkeeper whose name was Morshu. Hey kid, why do you look so sad? The game host calls out. I can't buy a sword from the shop next door because I'm poor, Masaru says. Oh, you were at Morshu's place, weren't you? Well, this game will cheer you up. Go in and attack the monsters. You'll be rewarded greatly, the game host says. What do I attack with? I have no sword, Masaru says. Oh, right. Hang on. The game host says before going behind his traveling shed. Masaru waits for a while, and the game host reappears with a long branch with a sharpened end like a spear. Here you go, kid. I'll let you use this fake sword for free. Just don't poke your eyes out, the game host says. Can I run away from here and fight evil sorcerer thingy dude with this? Masaru asks. I'm pretty sure that'd be easier than fighting these little guys to get money to buy a real sword to fight sorcery guy. No, it's just a branch. You can fight little guys, but a person with magic cannot be killed with such a tool, the game host says. Dude, if I cannot fight Vaati with this, how do I know I'll survive these guys with this branch as my weapon? Masaru asks. Only one way to find out, the game host says, and opens the gate to a little fenced-off area. Masaru walks in clutching his weapon. As soon as he gets further in, the gate closes and octoroks appear from the ground and start firing at him from all directions. Kid, use a spin attack, the game host cries out. A what? Masaru cries out. Come on, even Link was better at this, the game host says. Focus, spin yourself around while holding your weapon out and you'll hit everyone. Masaru is upset at being told Link is better than him, so he takes his frustration out on the octoroks. Those octoroks are mean little guys. They shoot rocks at you, so you have to be careful, the game host says after Masaru gets hit a few times. Have you eaten one before? Masaru asks. What? Of course not. Nobody'd want to eat them, the game host says, except for Link, of course. Maybe you could find him and ask him what octoroks taste like. I've been kinda curious as to what an octorok tastes like, Masaru says, killing a few more. Keep getting at them. I think you have just a few more to go, the game host says. I hope this will be enough to get money for the sword, Masaru says. Unless the price goes up, yes, this should be enough, the game host says. Good, Masaru says. Out of the corner of his eye, Masaru spots Gebora watching him while rocking his head back and forwards. Because as he is distracted, an octorok fires a rock at him and it hits him in the cheek. Ouch, Masaru says. Yep, you should keep an eye on the game. Also, maybe later you should go home and change into better clothes. You're in your pajamas still, the game host says. Oh, right, I forgot, Masaru says. Masaru finishes off the last few monsters that were hiding in the game area and goes to get his prize. 5,000 rupees! Now that's a lot to earn from a single game. I'll have to lower the prize next time, the game host says. Masaru joyfully holds his rupees above his head. The sun glitters through them, making colorful spots on the ground. Woohoo, my boy! You did well. Woohoo! Gebora says. Thank you. Next time, don't be distracting, Masaru says. Woohoo! Now get back to Morshu's shop and get the sword. Woohoo! Gebora says. Masaru puts his money away in his wallet and takes off running towards the shop next door. I've got the money! I want the sword! Masaru cries out as soon as he enters the building. Morshu grins and reaches back to grab his sword. The one he pulls out is kind of small, but manageable for someone Masaru's age. Having this sword definitely seems like a better option than carrying a sharpened branch. So, give me 5,000 rubies and this beautiful sword will be yours, my friend, Morshu says. Here's 5,000 rupees. I'm sure that's what you mean, Masaru says. He hands over 5,000 rupees and Morshu studies them with great curiosity. Never heard them called rupees before I met you, young man, Morshu says. Even Link calls them rubies. He puts them in a bag that says rubies and allows Masaru to take the sword. Masaru excitedly holds the sword above his head as he did with the rupees previously. Is there anything else you'd like to buy? The shop sells lamp oil, rope, and bombs. Don't buy the bombs, you're too young, Morshu says. I don't think I'll need those, Masaru says. You will need a shield, Morshu says. Oh, dang! I forgot, Masaru says. Morshu pulls out a pretty blue shield. It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies, Morshu says, leaning into Masaru's face again. I'll get more. How much should I get? Masaru asks. 2,500 rubies, Morshu says. 2,500 rupees? Dang! Masaru says and runs out of the shop. This kid has no money, Morshu says. He shrugs his fat shoulders and pulls out a mirror, inspecting his nose hair mustache. He grins at himself, thinking he looks good, but he looks ugly. And that's all for part 3. I haven't written part 4 yet, so it might take me a while to get that one out. But I will get other videos out before then probably. So keep an eye out for those. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to the channel.